There was a moment there where I thought, that was a pretty doggone good throw. I can probably play.
My sophomore year against Thomasville, I only got 3 balls. And those 3 went for 144 yards and 2 touchdowns. I knew right then that I was on my way.
And the stadium was rocking, it was packed. Got a total of 400-some yards. That's when I knew.
When people stopped calling me Archie's boy, started calling me Peyton. That was a big moment for me.
Hoop fans, don't miss your chance to go to the 2007 Women's Final Four April 1st and 3rd at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland. Log on to ncaasports.com to apply for your tickets online. That's ncaasports.com.
And don't forget the 2007 Men's Final Four, March 31st and April 2nd at the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. Log on to ncaasports.com to apply for tickets online. That's ncaasports.com, the official website of the NCAA.
Hey, 75 million Americans get sick from bad food every year. Why isn't the government doing more to protect you? See Safe Enough to Eat next week on the CBS Evening News with Katie Couric. Tony Romo of the Dallas Cowboys is the quarterback. He has Steven Jackson and Max Strong in the backfield with him. And the give is to Jackson, and that goes nowhere. Romo played in all 16 games, had 10 starts, 19 touchdowns and 13 picks.
Well, we talked about you come over here in this game, Dan, and the players, they spare no one. The NFCs at practice, they do special teams. They go field goal unit. It was funny. And he's the holder, and they all turn around and stop. You're holding? And, of course, Tony Romo took it, and the spirit was delivered and said, yes, I'm holding.
Sean Payton said, I think it's a good thing he gets right back on the horse.
On 2nd and 10, Romo to Jackson, and Jackson down to the 25-yard line. Of course, all of that stemmed from the game the Dallas Cowboys played against the Seattle Seahawks in the postseason NFC wildcard game. Romo botched the hold on a 19-yard field goal attempt. It would have been a game-winning field goal, or certainly a go-ahead field goal. Tried to run it in, but was tackled 2 yards shy of the goal line, and the young man took it pretty hard.
Yeah, he did. Tough moment for him, but, you know, too, Greg, coming over to this game, it's a great way to wash away some of those bad memories. And he was another one, a lot like Drew Brees. Big smile, really enjoyed his week. Quarterback competition, and it will get him going towards next year by coming over here and playing.
Romo on 3rd and 11, pulls it down twice, and now throws Donald Driver across the 30 and out of bounds at about the 34-yard line, still short of a first down.
I have another crushing moment for Tony Romo. It's when he goes to check out of the hotel because Sean Payton gave everybody his room number. He's a rookie here at the Pro Bowl, and so all the veterans are signing everything to his room. Now, wait till they hand him that baby. Say, Mr. Romo?
I guess that's a tradition over here at the Pro Bowl. Yeah. They find a rookie's room number, and they charge it in. It got so bad that I guess one of the veterans tried to use it, and when he went there, they put the number down. They go, no, this number, you can only pay cash now. So he got the word out.
Well, it's bad enough at getting out there without the head coach ratting you out to the rest of the team.
I even knew the number. Everybody knew it.
Did you use it?
No, I didn't.
Matt McBriar set to kick it to Justin Miller.
I'm not that cheap.
Another good kick from McBriar.
Into the wind.
And as they bounce at the 20, and now Miller will pick it off. And returns it almost to the 30-yard line. 7:41 to play, 3rd quarter. When we come back, former teammate of Dan Deerdorf will be with Shannon Sharp.
Our exclusive NHL coverage continues with Detroit versus Philadelphia, live from the Wachovia Center. The Red Wings leave the Motor City on a full tank, ready to go full speed into Philadelphia to ground the Flyers once more in the Eastern Conference. Detroit versus Philadelphia, Monday late night on NASN.
Mets and Yankee fans are like oil and water. Cubs and White Sox fans at the same dinner table? Bad idea. Despite their differences, fans do have one thing in common. Their heroes all wear Majestic Athletic, the official uniform supplier for all 30 Major League Baseball teams. Available now all over Europe at NASN.com.
Over the last 100 years, millions of NCAA student athletes have gone pro in something other than sports.
Tonight on NASN, we've got a live and exclusive college basketball doubleheader. First up, the UCLA Bruins leave the Pac-10 to tackle the West Virginia Mountaineers. Then it's a wild SEC battle between Arkansas and LSU as the Razorbacks enter the Tigers' cage. A live college basketball doubleheader tonight, only on NASN.
And Vince is going to throw it. Little flare out to Johnson. Johnson dragged down at about the 33-yard line. Down to the sideline, Shannon Sharp is with one of the great St. Louis Cardinals of all time, Roger Worley.
Thanks, Greg. Also a teammate of Dan Dierdorf. Roger, you going in 2007 Hall member. Did you ever think this day would come?
Well, really no. I thought it had probably passed me by, and it's just so exciting to be a part of it. I mean, everything we do, it's just great, and I'm really looking forward to August when we go to camp.
As I mentioned, you're a teammate of Dan Dierdorf. Did he tell as many jokes back then as he does now?
He was crazy. You know Dan. He's a super guy, so easygoing, and we all just love him, and does a great job broadcasting.
Were the jokes funny?
Well, most of them.
Back to you, Greg. Thank you.
I think we just take the 3 words out of there that Roger said. He was crazy.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Roger Staubach said it best. Roger said Roger Worley was the best cornerback he ever played against in his entire career. Roger was a special player, great athlete. And he waited a long time, 20 years of eligibility, and long overdue. He finally gets in.
Good job.
Way to go, Roger. Happy for you, bud.
He laughed at your jokes just because you're so big.
Well, he was a defensive back. He's supposed to laugh. Certainly nobody on the defensive side of the thing was funny at all. So.
Number 24, Champ Bailey, is in on offense for the AFC.
20, and it's deuce right, sprint left, naked right, 605 M cross.
There's Champ Bailey. He lined up at wide receiver on that last play.
So it's going to be fake the running play. Vince Young's going to run outside, and a 6 route is probably an in cut.
You said naked right, so Vince will be coming out to the near sideline here.
And here comes Vince. Under pressure, on the move, and chased out of bounds by Aaron Campman. So how do you follow that up, Sean Payton? Or rather, Josh McDaniel, wrong team.
Number 34, Vince. Gun split right, scat right, 444, back flat.
So you heard the play, 444, and they got a wristband that says number 34, how to run 444. Everybody run curls. I'm catching on, Dan.
You got it. That's the old Don Coryell passing tree.
Young throws, and that is dropped by Lorenzo Neal. Ball thrown a little bit behind.
And I think we're seeing the effect that the wind is having down on the field. That ball definitely floated, Phil.
There you go. That's a good look at the wind. That's the one thing that when you come over here as a quarterback, you worry a little bit about that it's going to get very windy.
And I'm sure you folks at home can hear it buffeting against our bodies, our microphones up here. Yeah, we're up on top of the stadium here. We're getting buffeted around, that's for sure.
Well, if you stand up, I know you can block a lot of it.
Yeah. Brian Moorman is going to fake it on the run, and he's going to come up short.
Sean Taylor. Phil, you talked in the first half. Remember Reggie Wayne got out of Sean Taylor.
Brian Moorman going back out onto the field.
And that is why.
Congratulated Sean Taylor.
I don't know if it was a fake. It might be he just decided to run with it, but Sean Taylor came from about 30 yards back and just ran right to
and through. Whether it was his decision or not, guess what? It was a bad choice.
We're playing San Diego. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns, and puked in between. And that's when I knew it.
I felt like I was playing with little kids and I was a grown man, like Superman.
I ran the fastest 40 at the camp, and I was still 15 years old. So that's when I knew I was going to be pretty good. Oh, yeah.
Job on the peas.
Hockey teaches a kid determination, teamwork, and a darn good shot, too. Learn how to get started at onegoal.com, a website sponsored by hockey's leadership companies.
Knock the out of him. And he's blasted.
Let's go now, DJ. Let's go. Let's go hit somebody. Hit somebody. Oh, what a hit. Let me hit the ball, Jay. Am I getting them of that truck that hit him?
Brian Moorman taking it in stride. Taking what, you wonder? Take another look.
That was pretty, you know, for about 2 seconds there, he played like he was knocked out, and then he bounced right up.
Maybe he came to again and bounced right and went out and congratulated Sean Taylor on the hit. NFC takes over at the AFC 48-yard line. Tony Romo to throw deep down the sideline. It is intercepted. Intercepted by Ed Reed, his second of the game. To the 20 and back to the 23-yard line. And just like that, the ball goes back over to the AFC. 4:35 to play, third quarter. AFC with a 1-touchdown lead in Honolulu.
Druids Glen Golf Resort, voted European Golf Resort of the Year 2005. A golfer's paradise in the Garden of Ireland. 2 championship golf courses of contrasting design. The luxurious Marriott Druids Glen Hotel and Country Club, featuring 148 specially appointed guest rooms and a magnificent spa and health centre. Visit our driving range, pro shops, golf academy, and get your golfing tips or tuition from our resident PGA teaching professional.
Hoop fans, don't miss your chance to go to the 2007 Women's Final Four April 1st and 3rd at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland. Log on to ncaasports.com to apply for your tickets online. That's ncaasports.com.
And don't forget the 2007 Men's Final Four, March 31st and April 2nd at the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. Log on to ncaasports.com to apply for tickets online. That's ncaasports.com, the official website of the NCAA.
Hi there, folks. I'm Tim McCarver, thanking you for watching my show exclusively here on NASN, Europe's leading channel for North American sports. Join me each week as I conduct in-depth interviews with the biggest stars from the world of sports. Whether you enjoy football, baseball, basketball, hockey, you name it. Check out NASN.com for the latest schedules and guest lists, and we'll see you right here on Chevrolet's Tim McCarver Show on NASN.
.435 to play in the third quarter. Greg Gumbel, Phil Simms, Dan Deerdorf, Shannon Sharp downstairs. 21-14 AFC with the ball and the lead. Ed Reed off of his second interception of the game. And Vince Young back to work, and we get a jump downstairs. Number 94, Pat Williams, thought he'd get an early start.
Defense encroachment, number 94. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Larry Nemmers must figure he's gone to heaven without any replay situations to deal with. Now 1st and 5. Vince Young gonna go deep down the middle, and that's caught by Andre Johnson of the Houston Oilers, or the Houston Texans, excuse me.
Well, you do a little scouting report on what's going on in this game. Sean Taylor is the safety. He comes flying up to cover a receiver underneath. Vince Young does a good job of seeing nobody in the middle of the field, so you lofted up. The throw is right on target. Good throw in this win.
Well, and he had a ton of time too, Phil. Not much of a pass rush. He was able to step up into the pocket and take a good long look downfield.
103 catches on the year by the Texans wideout. Willie Parker and Lorenzo Neal behind Vince Young now. First down, and we get a whistle and a timeout. So the AFC calls timeout with 3:44. This game is being carried to many, many countries, including to Japan by the NHK network. That big hit on Brian Moorman a short while ago, this is how they saw it and called it.
飛ばされるというほどの強い風が吹き始めています。さあどうだ。今度は持った。パントではない。ハードヒット。
That pretty much translates in every language, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I'm not sure we sounded much different.
.344 to play here in the third.
Well, that'll probably be the, it'll be the most replayed highlight of this Pro Bowl.
Well, the one thing we all know for sure, that's not the first time that Sean Taylor has laid somebody out.
Or the last.
Or the last.
Vince Young throws the short one, and that's complete to Gonzalez, and Gonzalez out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Pretty good game so far by defensive backs out of the University of Miami. Sean Taylor with the big hit. Ed Reed's got a couple of interceptions. Phil, you brought up a great point about Ed Reed's hands.
Call Ed Reed, when you watch him, not only does he intercept the ball, Danny, it's better than a receiver could run through and make the catch. He makes it with no effort. And then if you're on offense, you throw it his way, you better be ready to tackle. Doesn't drop those interceptions, and a dangerous returner.
This is Willie Parker.
Yeah, a lot of times you look at a defensive back and you say, well, he's playing DB because he started as a receiver, but he didn't have any hands. You can't say that about Ed Reed.
Ed Reed, to compare him to somebody, he is almost a Junior Seau at safety. Junior Seau was famous for, okay, he's supposed to do this, but he does whatever he wants. Well, Ed Reed will break pass coverages and defenses just because he kind of knows, and he doesn't get burned or beat up for taking chances. He makes it usually into interceptions.
And again, it was another outstanding Baltimore Ravens defense that they put on the field this year.
Ed Reed putting in his dibs on the most outstanding player award. Vince Young throws far side and mix up in signals. Antonio Gates turned in, and the pass was to his outside.
You know, it's funny, it was against that Ravens defense where I thought the Colts won the Super Bowl. When they had the football, when they got the football with 7.5 minutes left in the game, and they kept it and didn't give it back until there was less than 30 seconds left in the game. First down after first down, Dominique Rhodes. I thought that's where they really grew into a physically tough playoff football.
Well, all through the playoffs, Dan. How about when they were playing the New England Patriots? What'd they do to score the winning touchdown?
They did the same thing.
Lined up and they ran it in there.
That was the week after the Baltimore game.
Vince Young gonna throw it, got his man in the end zone and overthrew it out of bounds. Antonio Gates didn't come down fast enough, and that'll go as an incomplete pass.
You know, you go back to the Indianapolis Colts, though, winning the Super Bowl, Dan, as we watch this play, Vince Young moving around the pocket.
Great job of Gates faking the block first.
And he's uncovered in the back of the end zone, but the wind and the fact that Vince Young was moving around makes him overthrow. But you look at the Colts, the defense, just unbelievable what they did, coming out of nowhere and playing so well, but running the football, which was, they were terrific. They ran it, the sign of a great running team or a team that's really good at it, running it when you want to, and they did it in their playoff victories.
Running it when the other team knows it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
On 3rd and 10, Young, flip up the middle, intercepted over the middle by Antonio Pierce of the New York Giants.
What a catch.
I guess that's one of those deals where Pierce has the ball, and I'm not sure he even realized it. That was instinctive the way he caught that.
Vince Young moving up in the pocket, feels a little pressure. And such a tough throw. You know, you think, well, come on, they're only a few yards away. But when you're moving, defensive linemen raise their hands. And what a catch by Antonio Pierce.
Well, and you're trying to read the option route by a teammate from another team. That was Willie Parker of the Steelers, and let's face it, it's not like these guys have a history together of knowing the little nuances of where they're going to break.
So the NFC takes over now at their own 9-yard line. 2:10 to play here in the 3rd. And Frank Gore of the San Francisco 49ers is back in at the running back position, and he takes it off the right side for a couple of yards. And let's go downstairs where Shannon Sharp is standing by with Mr. Everything from San Diego.
Yes, indeed. Thanks, Greg. I'm with the all-world running back, the best player in the National Football League, LaDainian Tomlinson. LaDainian, you set the scoring record, the touchdown record this year. How special was your season?
It was real special. You know, you don't dream about having seasons like that, you know, and when they happen, you just cherish the moments because, you know, man, when you old and can't play no more, them are the moments you're going to remember.
You lose your offensive coordinator, you lose your defensive coordinator. Can you guys still make that push to get over the hump and get to the Super Bowl and win it?
I think so. You know, when you lose guys, somebody else has the opportunity to step up for us. We got a couple of great young coaches that are going to step in and do a good job for us.
Have you and Coach Belichick kissed and made up?
We have kissed and made up. You know, we're like old friends now. You know, everything is squashed.
All right, back up to you, Greg.
All right, Shannon, thank you. LaDainian had a couple of harsh words following the game for Bill Belichick, but they did meet early in the week. You know, LaDainian Tomlinson is one of those guys. Here's the situation where post-game, and LT, I think LT realizes he spoke a little quickly.
Well, they're upset.
No.
They're upset because Ellis Hobbs, a cornerback for the Patriots, went out and started jumping around in midfield on their logo.
LaDainian Tomlinson's reaction didn't bother me at all. I was proud of him.
Romo this side, Donald Driver, nice catch at the 27-yard line and a first down.
But you know, Greg, just talking, Shannon goes, did they kiss and make up? Well, I don't know if they did that, but it's about those barriers that are being broken down. When you come over here at first, you look at the other guy, you compete against them, and it's all that stuff. But as the days go on, all of a sudden you get closer and closer, and you start communicating, and the coaches are no different than the players.
And LaDainian Tomlinson is one of those guys that you meet him, you like him. You're on the other side of the field, you still like him. You cheer for him.
He's almost too good to be true. Where he made a mistake was he made the leap from Ellis Hobbs all the way to Bill Belichick, like that was something that Belichick did.
Steven Jackson with a pretty good run out to the 40-yard line and a first down as the third quarter comes to a close. That's the end of the third. Our score, the AFC 21, the NFC 14. We're coming back to Honolulu after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
These guys look fantastic. I'm so proud.
Join the Reebok Hockey Revolution. Visit NASN.com, your home for North American sports merchandise.
Alex, Mr. Analysis.
Come on. I said left. Left.
Ovechkin fires and scores!
5'9" Steve Smith has emerged as the NFL's premier